Hi there, and welcome back to Weird Soda for Life. Some people get their culture from a class. Some of us get our culture from a glass. Ah, ah. Okay, y'all, that took me an embarrassingly long time to come up with. So roll with me on this one, okay? Uh, Welcome back. Today, instead of trying the Olipop that I said we were going to try, if you've noticed, we have Culture Pop soda. Let me tell you a quick story about the Olipop because I very much try to drink the sodas that I say I'm going to drink, right? So, in doing my research, I had gone to our local grocery store last week and it wasn't on the shelf. But that happens. It was pretty sparse when I went there to look for some of these sodas. So, looked on the internet, said Olipop near me, and it told me that Olipop was available at my Walmart and at my Meijer. So I was like, cool beans. We are in it to win it. So I used the Walmart app because the Walmart app tells you what aisle the things are in, right? And frankly, I don't go to Walmart up here that often. Um, so I put it in and it tells me the aisle, and I go to that aisle doesn't exist. It is a ghost aisle. So, okay, fine, fine. That happens. Not great, but that happens. So I was like, well, Meyer said that they had theirs too, right? So let's go take a look at there. So I go look at Meyer, and while all the sodas, including the Culture Pop and stuff like that, were in one aisle, the Olipop sodas were supposedly in another aisle, as if the princess was in another castle. But in this scenario, the princess wasn't in any castle at all. The princess has run off to go find herself. I'm not quite sure where the princess has gone, but there's no Olipop to be found. So the moral of that story, kids, is that apps lie to you. Anyway, so because of that, we're moving on. If I can find an Olipop this month, I will totally drink it. Not a big deal. So we'll just drink a little out of order. But in the meantime, we are moving on to Culture Pop. Culture Pop, as we discussed before, is a probiotic. We discussed the differences between those a prebiotic and a probiotic from last week. Prebiotics, for those of you who didn't watch the video, are contain fibers that feed the current gut bacteria that you have. Probiotics add additional healthier probiotic gut bacteria, right? The way I equated it last week was prebiotics are bringing more food to the party, probiotics are bringing more people to the party, right? So let's talk a little bit about Culture Pop itself. Culture Pop was created in June 2020, which, of course, as we all know, is a wonderful time to start launching a new business venture. But it was by the dude who created Nantucket Nectars from y'all remember that? It was in the 90s. Um, so that's right, guys. It's another Massachusetts soda flavor, like our what is it? Like our good friend Moxie, I believe. But anyway. So what about this? What makes this different, right, from all the other probiotic sodas on the market nowadays? The founder says that it's because, in addition to the fun flavors, he's also pairing it up with herbs and spices, and also so creating kind of a more like a mocktail sort of flavor, right? There are 7 flavors of Culture Pop. There were only 2 at my store, and so I picked the one that sounded most appealing to me. But the 7 flavors are lemon lime, strawberry, and strawberry's paired up with a rhubarb, a watermelon that's paired up with a lime, ginger lemon, which is paired up with turmeric, pink grapefruit, which is paired up with ginger, and wild berries, which is paired up with lime. And we have today orange mango, which is also paired up with lime. I do want to take a moment to talk a little bit about the design of the can. Poppy Sodas last week was also a really wonderful design. It is very, I really like the aesthetic of it. It really, well, for lack of a better word, pops, right? It's the cans themselves are vibrant. All of the cans are very vibrant, and but I really like the color scheme on this. It's got a little bit of a pastelish orange with a more strong orange flavor color. And it's simple to read. It's I like the font. The font feels unassuming, regular, welcoming, right? But what concerns me is on the back of this it says Culture Pop. Fizzy, fruity, tangy, spicy, gutsy. I don't know if I really want to drink a gutsy soda. I don't even know what that means. Um, I suspect it's a play a on both the gut things that we're about to drink, and but also being like out there in in the world. But like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to drink something that says it's spicy and gutsy. I think of myself as spicy and gutsy. Thank you. Looking on the back, it's got juice blend, natural flavor, chili powder. So that's fun. Sea salt, and of course the probiotics, beta carotene, all your stuff there. And it also says lightly shake before popping. Um, Unlike the prebiotic soda that we had last week, which had apple cider vinegar, this obviously doesn't, right? Because the apple cider vinegar is supposed to be helpful for the prebiotic stuff, right? With that, I say let's give this bad boy a try. It says lightly shake before popping, so we'll, I guess, it says soda I can feel good about. I guess we'll do a little bit. So let's hope this doesn't explode in my face. And with that, okay. Learning my lesson from last time, I'm going to actually pour this into the glass first before we sniff it because, give it a shot to try to impress me more with its scent. Okay. Ooh, tickles, tickles my nose. But it smells. It's okay. It smells very orangey. It doesn't smell bad. It just really tickles my nose. It's as if there's a. Well, I guess there is chili powder in it, but I mean, it doesn't smell like chili powder. But there's something in there that is spicing up my nose whenever try to smell it. And let's take a look at the color real quick. I know it looks a little more orange on here, but it looks pretty pale when I'm looking at it here. Um, it's it doesn't look bad. But I guess with the strength of the color of the can, I guess I expected it to be a little more vibrant. So, bottoms up. If I can get it down. Well, first things first, liked that better than I liked the poppy. Um, but that being said, uh, it's um, it's a light watered down orange juice. It tastes a whole lot like I poured orange juice, uh, I guess fizzy orange juice in a glass with some ice cubes, and I let the ice cubes work its magic. That's to say, it's not bad. I Unlike the poppy, which I did not want to have ever again. Really, I would drink this again if this was offered to me. The taste was perfectly pleasant, if not a little light and bland. I think if you're more of a sparkling water drinker, that this would very much appeal to you. If you're looking for a true substitute for like the sweetness of soda, I don't know if this is it, but it's not bad. Um, but again, I would drink this again. I wouldn't. I don't know if I'm gonna become a purchaser, frankly, because it's quite expensive. It's like $2.65 a can. Um, but not bad. And like unlike last week, I feel pretty good about like having another one of these or trying the other flavors. For example, I'd love to see how the pink grapefruit works out. Um, but with that, next week, uh, I have Dr. D's tart cherry probiotic soda. Um, I figured I'd try it. Frankly, what intrigued me on the back is that it said that you must refrigerate it, and there, and it was a worry as if it was going to explode. So that intrigued me, and so I figured let's try that out and see where that brings us. But until next time, drink weird and try to be a little more cultured. See you next time.